Hello and welcome to Chatting Shit. As you can see, Matt's not with us again this evening. Probably doing some Canadian things like killing mooses or something like that. You know, barely has time for Pokemon anymore, to be honest, from what I've heard. I'm joined by the Supreme Guardians of the Galaxy here tonight. My fellow gymmers, Calum Williams, who's also known as Calethnic. Andrew Gregory is also known as Mystic Gas 88, and the irrepressible, irreplaceable, my best friend, the Gun Show, J-Gun06. How are we doing tonight, gents?
What an introduction.
Yeah.
Love it.
The top intro, Dan. How you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. I completely forgot that I wanted to actually say the charming Andrew Gregory. Really wanted to get that in there, to be honest, in the introduction, but missed it completely. So, Guardian Cup, how are we feeling?
Yeah, excited. Definitely excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different for a while, but then...
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie, I know that you've been saying that you think it's going to be really closed and that me and Matt don't know our asses from our elbows, so spit it out, man.
I think it's just going to be one of them cups where at the beginning everyone's like, oh, it's really different. You can choose whatever you want. And then a tournament or two in, everyone's like, no, these are the go-to. We need Steelix, we need Vigoroth, we need a Rainy Cast Form. These are the ones we need. And then
you always need a Rainy Cast Form.
I was going to say, have you been looking at Calum's team?
Funny enough, he's probably one of the only 3 people I've battled this month so far. But yeah,
So
I just think it's going to be really close. I just can't see it being as open as everyone wants it to be. Because everybody wants to win.
That is the goal. We've had a month off, so everybody is chomping at the bit, I'm assuming, to get in and win some battles.
Yeah.
So you've played against Calum. Drew, have you played against people? Have you had much time to practice?
I've played against you once. I've played against Brewer twice. And then I've played against some Americans. The one mon that has crept up a lot, and it hates me to say it, Matthew Brewer has finally made a decent pick and mark. It seems everyone has either watched his video or everyone just thinks the same as him, and it's a good pick this month.
I'm not spoiling anything. I do think some of the mons we're going to talk about tonight are going to beat Muck just to prove Matt completely wrong. So with that in mind, although this mon doesn't beat Muck as far as I know, we're going to go with our first mon, and it's over to you, Calum.
All right, so we are on about Pokédex number 38, and it's the Basil Brush Pokemon, Kanto Ninetales. So, running the Fire Spin, Weather Ball, and Overheat. I've looked at Psyshock, Solar Beam, but for me, it's only Overheat is the way to go. So, in the one shields, it has a 78% win rate with a 1 Fire Spin advantage that goes up to 84%, which is quite a big deal. But a lot of it is dependent on landing in the Overheat when you need to. So you can forget about all your grasses, your steels. This game over for them. It handles the majority of the fight as well. Straight Weather Ball. Muck, you have to land the Overheat, but you can win if you get that right. Raichu, Toxicroak, all those you can beat straight Weather Ball. So it's got some serious wins. One of my favourite stats is an Overheat to an Empoleon is 82%. It's like to a water type. It's like ridiculous. There's like 50% of a Rainy Cast Form. Even in a bad matchup, the Overheat's just going to bail you out if you land it. That's a bit. There's a big if.
Yeah, big ifs.
I think you'll find now a lot of people shielding, especially the Empoleon matchup.
Yeah. Bring the bait game in it. It's all about bait.
Do you think K9 would be best used in the back then, so you've got a better chance of shields down scenario?
PvP has it as the second best lead Pokemon in this meta, behind can't remember Luxray. Behind Luxray. So I don't know. I'd probably lead it. So keep all your waters ready for me, and I'll lead Gorgeist.
I think Ninetales is a very strong lead. I think the weather balls just come in so fast.
Is there anything you fears?
Yeah, anything wet. Any water. Keep the water away.
Apart from Empoleon.
Other than that, no. Gliscor, whoever lands the nuke move wins that matchup. Otherwise, it's like back in 2. You can beat Noctowl straight weather ball in the 1 shields. If you land the overheat, obviously it's much comfier. Skarmory, you can forget about it. Gorgeist, forget about it. You just easy. It beats Chestnut, even if it's a Smackdown Chestnut. You can just chew through that. What else was I looking at? Oh, Bronzong, if that ends up being popular, if the fighters get a bit out of hand, that's another comfortable win. Most of those wins are straight weather ball as well, not relying on the overheat. So I think you need overheat for Vigoroth, though. You have to land the overheat, otherwise you lose just.
Does that Vigoroth go on straight body slam, or does it have to land the ball?
Straight body slam. So. But no one's gonna 2-shield a Fig against you, I don't think.
You don't know people.
Yeah.
You understack all your shields up on a Vigoroth. Some people. Most people aren't stupid enough to run it in this matter. We hope.
You say that people will run it. It's there, people will run it. It's the same with most mons. Frostlass, if it's there, people use it.
I think Vig's a mistake this matter. I really do think Vig is a big mistake this matter. I like Ninetales. I like Ninetales. As I said before, the weather balls come in really nice and thick and fast. And I've been caught off guard, which I'm sure many of us have, by an overheat coming at you first, thinking that they're powering up to 2 weather balls, and then suddenly, boom, you get hit. Whether overheat is the answer here, because of obviously the nature of the move itself, whether to go solar beam maybe has quite a lot of coverage. Just because, again,
if your solar beam gets shielded, get shielded, the solar beam is just, you farm down and everything. It's a nightmare.
Is there anything that overheat gives you win con wise that solar beam doesn't? On the presumption that both moves get through, you dropping anything by running solar beam?
I don't think so. Not that I've seen anyway. I mean, like Noctowl and stuff, you're not going to want solar beam for stuff like that, or any flyers. And I think most of the neutral matchups, you're probably better off going with the overheat anyway.
Yeah.
Overheat and dip. That's the game.
Let's have a look.
What would you think about pairing with it?
Gorgeist. Something that keeps the water away.
Spider.
If you take away overheat, goes down to 46 win percentage in the 1 shield. So it's a massive chunk. Just having to check now for return, because that's my new favourite thing, is checking return on anything that's eligible to have return, because it does change things. Goes up to 51, so PvPoke is saying that overheat is the way to go.
Yeah.
Again, it's just the nature of the moves that I'm like...
It's not like everything that's very situational, isn't it? Obviously, overheat is just the overall better move, in most situations. But I'm sure in different instances you'll wish you had something like return, or wish you had solar beam. When Cal gets beat by a raining castle and he hits overheat, doesn't kill, he's like, I wish I had solar beam there, shields down.
Yeah, but
it takes longer to get to a solar beam, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I can see it. They're gonna come drop into my Discord, message me like, I lost, didn't have solar beam.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, mate.
Does it even win with solar beam? Because Raining Castle is one of them mons that, as I found out the other day, just dominates everything. So I'm just going to run a quick sim on this to see, even with solar beam, does it win?
Probably not.
Only Sunny cast form wants the solar beam, doesn't it?
So even with solar beam, in every shield scenarios, even with one shield up, you still lose to rainy cast form.
Because of speed.
Just absolute speed. And I think I said it on the first episode of Chatting Shit, it's Chinese water torture. It just gets you. Water gun is it's a very good move.
And rainy cast form's just a monster.
Cast form in general is a monster, to be honest. It's an absolute menace in every sort of capacity that it comes in. But we're not talking about cast form, we're talking about Ninetales. So it sounds like you've already got an idea in your head how you want to run this with a Gorgeist, and you're sort of seeing a team pattern coming together. Is that right? Or
Yeah, I've got a few little ideas floating around. So the rainy cast form will be on the 6th. Always is when it's allowed. Classic fire water grass combo knocking around.
yeah,
So you think it's going to turn into one of them metas where it's a bit RPS? Because
Probably.
looking at your team, or at least 3 of your mons, that is just classic RPS. Fire, grass, water.
no, I'd argue with Gorgeist there, you're sort of allowing a little bit of flexibility in that. I don't think you're going to get stuck with the.
Just a tad.
There are some
Got 3 more picks left, mate.
There are some good
Worry about
core break. There's some
Yeah,
good
but if
core
you've got 3
breakers
jammers
as well.
3 charms.
Charmers.
Each hand.
I'm not
And a dragon and a steel. What you go?
All you need is something that flies.
Yeah, flying dragon done
Flying dragon.
with steel wing just to round it all off.
Ninetales, though, I like its ability to beat the fighters. We were talking earlier about Commander Cup and Ninetales placing that, and the way it was able to go into the Primate match and be able to actually come out quite comfortably on top. And I think a lot of the fighters, you've got like Silph in here, which I think will be quite popular. It's not going to stand a chance against Ninetales. It's absolutely going to get destroyed.
It's just so
I do
quick
think,
as well.
yeah, I think its speed and the nature of its moves, even though Weather Ball's been nerfed, so to speak, it's still super fast. And yeah, I think Overheat is going to be really good and strong.
Plus, they have to know you've got overheat as well. If you build into a side shock against the fighter, then you're definitely getting the shield, aren't you? And then you're only like 1 or 2 off another weather ball, so they're definitely shielding the side shock.
Yeah, but I think putting it out there that you're going to use overheat right now, everybody knows you're running it.
That's just me.
It's one
Mind
of
games,
those
Jamie.
things, though. It doesn't matter. You're still respecting the overheat.
If I build up like 100 energy, you think that solar beam's coming. Shield's coming out, innit?
You've just got big balls, haven't you, to no shield, potential overheat, or solar beam.
Yeah.
And if you've got big balls, everyone respects a kick in the nuts, which an overheat is very much a kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
It's one of them got beams on situations, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So have we got any more to say on Ninetales here?
Only that I wish the shadow one was allowed.
Shadow one's dirty. I still have
Unreal.
repetitive nightmares about Nesabethan destroying me with it. I really do. It's like comes back to me and just being hit by an overheat with it, and it just like
Was it on your Deoxys? That's all I need to know.
it was on my Deoxys. Yes,
Because I felt the same pain. Probably in the same tournament.
It was in the same tournament, and it just hurt so bad, and I did not see it coming at all.
No.
So,
The shadow overheat, I think, when I was looking before, is 99% of an Empoleon. It's basically a one shot off a shadow Ninetales.
Jesus. That's almost as
That's like-
impressive as
That's just disgusting.
it's almost as impressive as Corden's meeting match stuff from last month or the month before.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But speaking of disgusting things, Drew, are you picking a charmer this week, or what have you picked?
No, there's not much viable charm in this meta. And I was going to go, standard Drew, let's pick the electric spider. And I thought, no, after watching episode 1, watching you and Burr's face, after mentioning Galvantula, I decided to go for Pokedex number 472, the Fang Scorpion Pokemon, and that is Gliscor.
478.
2. Did I say 8?
No, I'm sure it's 478.
Not according to my Pokedex. Not in Pokemon Go.
I'm gonna check your facts on this, mate. I'm gonna check your facts on this because
You cannot get a dex number wrong on Dan's Watch, mate.
do you know what? I'm now panicking. I've got it wrong. I'm gonna hang my head in shame. Show everyone my bald spots.
It's probably bad camera, but yeah, 472.
Feel the shame. Feel the shame.
Oh,
Scotland has changed me.
Scotland has changed you.
But yeah, so Gliscor currently ranked 17 in the Guardian Cup meta. When the meta dropped, the first thing I did was look at all the bans. So we got Medicham. Let's get the picture up. So we've got Lickitung, Medicham, Scrafty, Alt, Pachirisu, Wob, Stunfisk. But the main thing that stood out to me, alongside Scrafty, you've got Umbreon, Mandibuzz, Vullaby, Obstagoon, all dark types. And that instantly told me something, that dark coverage would be big here. You've got Psychic as a loud typing, but a lot of the big hitting dark types are banned. So I think you've got Gliscor, you've got Primeape. There is another mon I'm not willing to discuss because that is my safe swap for the month. We do not talk of that one. And I think, Kanto Muck obviously has a
We can
Dark
say
Pulse.
Fate Attack Bronze on, mate. Everyone knows you're gonna.
Oh
win.
yeah,
It's
Fate
fine.
Attack Bronze on. I thought dark coverage was just something that was a must this month. Gorge Ice, I've played against a few, and my current team has 2 Night Slash users and a Foul Play user, and I'm still having problems with Gorge Ice. The thing could potentially, I wouldn't say broken, but it could define this month. It could be people's MVP quite easily. Dark is, I think, massive here. Gliscor is not amazing, I'll be honest. In the zeros, against the top meta, you're picking up 24 wins, 18 losses, and obviously the mirror is a draw. So that's 55% wins. In the ones, you're picking up an extra win. You actually pick up superior in the ones. You actually lose to superior in the zeros. Which again, wing attack, you just think that I just kind of...
I'm just putting it out there. I hate that Pokemon.
Superior?
Hate Superior.
I do. It's
horrible.
Like Shield a Leaf Tornado, and it's just like
Every day of the week.
And it's a tickle. It's a tickle. It doesn't hurt, but then debusses you every time. I hate it.
It's not even the best grass type in its line.
No, that's a fact.
No, I've just built my the best one in that line, actually. Spent another few 100k plus on that.
I hate you all. I have an idea and you all just copy off me.
I'm drafting it.
I do tell you.
You've all got Nido
Queen.
Queens, Nido Arenas, so I made that idea and you all stole that, so...
Yeah, I've stolen everyone's ideas. I have no shame. But going back to Gliscor, in the twos, you actually pick up 30 wins, which is 69% of the meta. To be honest, if I run Gliscor this month, which I probably will, I do not see myself 2 shielding at any point. To be honest, I just don't think it's worth 2 shielding.
Not even when you get that boost.
Oh, if you get a boost, yeah, that, all plans go out the window. Let's be honest, we've all GBL, we've all been in Silph, we've got that random boost, and we just go nuts. The plan goes out the window, you just chuck every shield at it, you lose, and you're like, oh, well, what happened there? Kind of those boosts
The
are a bit...
earthquakes suddenly become so harsh.
Yes. But I did look into Fury Cutter as well. Shockingly, a lot more fighters are actually able to flip matchups against you if you run Fury Cotter. So wing attack is definitely the way to go. Obviously, he loses to Water quite harshly. Loses to Macargo, a Alolan Graveler, Dragonite, Probopass is a close one actually. And actually loses to Charizard if anyone's, handful of Spice Note, Charizard action.
Charizard is no spice here, telling you.
What Charizard are you using?
Yeah.
Dragon Breath.
Yeah.
It's the only one that beats Ninetales.
So if you're picking up Ninetales, get everyone to pick it. Why are you not going to run Charizard? Why are you still going to pick Ninetales? We're not beat a fire that beats all the fires.
We do different jobs here. We do very
Because
different
Charizard's
things.
got wings.
And you're looking at
There's lots of
Charizard.
electric.
You're looking at Charizard as the Dragon Breath coverage, and you're looking at it for being a hard-hitting, fast move. You're not really overly reliant on its charge moves. So I would say that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
As Ninetales is no disrespect, it's sort of a one-trick pony in the sense that it's fire damage. As you point out, you ain't going for that solar beam.
What moves you think about running on it, Drew? Because I know it's got a couple of good moves.
On Gliscor, so to be honest, I don't think I'm going to stray away. I did look at Sound Tomb for a bit of potential debuff and also nice little bait move. But to be honest, I mean, Night Slash and Sand Tomb, you're kind of relying on a potential boost and then potential debuffs. It's a lot of risk for that, I think. So I'll probably stick
How
with,
many things do you need Earthquake for? That's the question. I know the
I
things
think
you need Earthquake for can Santium do.
Good question.
To be fair, I wouldn't even consider if you don't need Earthquake for that many things and your team coverage allows. I'd be thinking more of the Aerial Ace. It's quick.
Gosh.
But it's a shit move.
It's gash, but it's quick, and there's going to be some.
And you're running Wing Attack.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got Wing Attack.
I think you need the Earthquake for the steals. I mean, Santu is a bait move at best, and yeah, you might get a debuff, you might not,
Santu's
but
shocking.
it's not doing anything to anything. If you get up against a Steelix, your only hope is that you're close enough to that Earthquake to either take a shield or severely damage it. So that's why you need, in my opinion, that's why you need the Earthquake, is because you are gonna, and I do think Bronzong will. I think Bronzong's going to end up by the end of the month being the steal of choice.
But you've got Night Slash for Bronzong.
Yeah,
That's super effective.
Granted, it is super effective, but it ain't nailing the thing in one like an Earthquake is. An Earthquake's just knocking that bell on its backside. So, if it has a backside.
The top things that Gliscor beats as well in this meta, what I consider, one is Gorgeist. The other is Galvantula. You know what I mean? If it can beat the Spider, it's got a place on my team.
If you can beat the Spider, it's all right with me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Why it beats an electric?
I mean it's
How close is that?
It's got a battle rate of 681. Let me have a quick look. Great League. Gliscor. So in the ones, Galvantula loses by 9 turns. The Gliscor comes out with 42 HP. It's got 116 in total, so you're looking just under half. In the zeros, I can imagine it's pretty savage. Galvantula loses in 30 seconds. To flip that,
Straight Earthquake.
It's 20 plus turns to flip. Yeah, I mean it's dominating. I think the twos, even with lunge potential debuffs, still need 20 plus turns. The twos, you're coming out with 23 HP and 5 energy. So, alright, in the 2s, you're probably potentially leaving yourself for a bit of farm down range. But again, I said earlier, obviously, I'm not looking to use 2 shields on Gliscor. If my opponent wants to use 2 of their shields to take my Gliscor out, happy days. Because chances are I'll have something else on the team that can clear up in the back. So for notes, don't bait against Drew's Gliscor. Go straight for the nuke because you ain't shielded. Do what you want. Do what you want. I'm going to get something like overheated on my Gliscor this month. It's going to get one shot head, and it's going to happen. I know it will happen. I'm not going to kill anyone and say it's not going to happen.
As long as the 2 partners will be happy.
The one thing that kind of did annoy me about Gliscor is it actually does lose to some counter users or fighting type Pokemon. God, this is going to kill me. So Primate beats it, obviously Ice Punch for the coverage. It is very, very close. Poliwrath beats it. Obviously Poliwrath was great in Glacial. Potential place for it here maybe. And the one that really hurts, Lucario. I mean, the shit brewer pick has come back to haunt Gliscor, you know what I mean?
It's not going to come back to haunt it. No one's going to pick Lucario. No one's that sad.
Oh, there's people out there that listen to Brewer and think he knows what he's on about. I didn't say any of us. I said there are people out there.
That silence there said so much.
To be fair, I do actually take a lot of Brewer's advice on board initially.
How's your season going, mate?
I'm actually neck and neck with Brewer, ironically.
Shock.
There's about 50 global round places between us.
I know. Matt plays in Canada, so like he's playing against a Moose and a Mountie, and who else? And Nathan, yeah. So it's not like it's not like he's playing against V10 or someone Stan or someone good.
Has he actually done any Canadian tournaments for?
He's too busy chopping wood.
Lumberjack. But yeah, I mean, another interesting fact with it, in the 0 to 1 shield, so if your opponent has 0 shields and you've got the 1, you actually jump up to 83% win rate for Gliscor. Now it's a lot more respectable from a 1 shield each scenario of 58%. That's a big jump. And then it's exactly the same, ironically, for the 1 versus 2 shield scenario. Exactly the same wins, everything. So whatever you're losing to in the 0 versus 1s, you're losing to in the 1 versus 2s. There's nothing that can be flipped. So I feel it's quite a nice, easy, consistent mon. There's no real technical matchups you have to study. So it's kind of like a nice newbie Pokemon as such for people. People never used Gliscor before, pick it up, let it run, it does its thing.
Gliscor's great.
It's amazing, it's awesome. I know a lot of people love Gligar with Return, but Gliscor beats it. Why run something that loses to Gliscor?
Just admit, when the first launched, I was messaging Steve at the time, and I immediately was Gligar, Gliscor, and I just thought they're gonna be so good because of the typings, because of having the night slashes. As I've played out meta, and I haven't played that much, but from my initial team building and things like that, I couldn't find a place for either. And you probably are right, Gligar isn't as good as Gliscor in this meta for once, but most of the time it's better. If I'm honest, I think it's a little bit more bulky, so I prefer it personally. And yeah, looks nice.
One thing I'm looking at as well is I've just gone to PvP and just popped in flying, so brought up all the flying types. Now, if I remember rightly, Gliscor and Gligar, I think, are the only flying types that can beat Galvantula in this meta. Talon?
No, Talon narrowly loses.
Yeah, it is close to be fair. But I think the Volt Switch damage is just too oppressive.
Just checking a few of the ones that I thought might win there.
There's Bravery not one.
Where even is Bravery on the ranking? Oh, there it is.
It probably won't exist on the
Fairly low
ranking.
down.
No, it's still Gliscor still loses. Oh, yeah, Gliscor still beats it. Sorry. Looks quite comfortable as well.
Well, it was more that it beats Galvantula. I think that was Jamie's point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not on the key wins or losses. So if you want me to, I'll run a sim of it. But that's what I can't see how it does. Surely it's not going to be another one of Rainy
Bravery,
Castle
is
versus
Air/rock slide or something, is it?
Yeah.
Bravery Air / Rock side. Would you not go close combat? Rock though?
I've gone Rock Slide close combat Air Slash versus Galvantula. In ones, Bravery loses. In zeros, 4 turns can flip it in the zeros. I mean, it's not impossible, but I mean,
It's not impossible, but it's impossible.
yeah.
I mean, your ground typing is protecting you. That's what's giving you the advantage over Galvantula, more than it being a flyer. And with you only using Wing Attack as your only flying move, it's only just a flyer. Do you know what I mean? You're not relying on its flying damage to do its good here. So.
And what you're feeling, Drew?
With my team comp wise,
Yeah.
so basically I've gone for 6 spammy-ish mons, I would say. I think spam moves are going to be huge here. I know Cal's obviously got the overheat on his K9, which I think is equally as important. But I think with spam, you know you're going to get those moves off. Overheat is not always a guaranteed get off. So at the moment, I've got Gliscor, Galvantula, Primate.
I didn't mean tell me your team. I said what you're fearing.
What am I fearing?
Safe swap then, the one that is keeping
Oh,
a secret.
no, I was getting to 5 and then stopping.
Yeah, all right, mate. You were getting carried away. Jamie's just saved your
Safe swap.
bacon.
It's a feint attack Ninetales.
So what am I fearing? To be honest, Gorgeist. Not against obviously Galvantula, but I think the whole meta, I have actually, my Galvantula has already lost in practice to a Gorgeist. Obviously it's been very situational, but if that's happening in practice, there's a very good chance it could happen over the month. So obviously, big losses for Galv, Steelix. I don't see it being popular. I really don't. We've got Fire around. Yeah, I mean, Gliscor. So, I mean, Skarmory is a big one. I think Skarmory.
I don't think Skarmory is going to be very big here.
Too much electric going around for people to be thinking
Electric,
about
fire,
using.
and water everywhere.
Yeah, I fancy Skarmory being massive.
Say that, I'll take a few Brave Birds already this month. Yeah.
I didn't think we were bringing Lindsay into the conversation, mate, but yeah.
Oh dear. No, she's already thrown a tantrum. She's like, you're leaving me all night? Yes, I am. Yes. I'm going to go chat shit. I mean, Pelipper is a big threat to Gliscor. I mean, Mantine also. Rainy is disgusting. It's, you just, like you say, the drip treatment. I'm just watching that HP drop. The Night Slashes are barely touching the Rainy in the grand scheme of things.
Brings me back to Prismatic, that.
Oh, here we go.
Radiant to Gliscor.
If it ain't old cocknose, it's Prismatic Cup. You know what I mean?
Who was eligible in Prismatic Cup.
Is that back when you used to be good?
This is Cal smiling, you know what I mean? He's just like, and I've got
What?
5 Hypnos, all of the same HP, so you never know which one I'm going to use. I'm a cheater.
I think I've got 7 Hypnos, actually.
Oh,
Oh, Bill.
Jesus.
I fuck playing TM roulette every day.
Oh,
Just have one with every moveset ready.
That's why you store 200 CMs, don't you? And then have no bag storage for Pokeballs in them. But no, obviously
When you
the water
catch like
types-
Cal,
Catch like Cal.
I finished it on 76 rockets today.
and he hasn't got one good IB.
No. And I still haven't had a Shadow Hundo.
What have you got with your IBs on these new shadows? Have you got any good ones?
I have a very good Voltorb. I've got a good
Didn't you
Cyndaquil.
I was going to say that Cyndaquil looks really nice.
Yeah, it's 115.15. I think it's a rank 4.
Purify.
Bin it.
I've TM'd it. I'm just going to chuck it in the bin after. Just want to get some more bag space back. But no, I've had a couple of decent shadows. I've actually got a rank 1 Electro to make for a Love Cup as well. I know we're going completely off piece there, but yeah, looking forward to building that at some point. This is where Berg puts his editing skills to use. But no, I mean, I don't think there's much more to say about Gliscor. It's not amazing. It's not crap. It's just sitting there. It does its job. It's nothing surprising that you think it's going to flip and pick up a good win. But it's just solid. You know what I mean? Like I said, the dark coverage is huge here. If there was no dark coverage moves, honestly, I think Gourgeist would be broken.
You say that. There's covers for it.
Oh, there we go.
Covers for it. There is.
Sorry.
Has anyone got, because we are ranting on and we're going on tangents and talking about all sorts of things, has anyone got anything else to say on Gliscor?
If someone boosts versus me this month, I'll be pissed off.
They're
going to boost on you on the first single night slash as well. Not on the last one when you're just about to die. On the first one, and it's going to wreck you.
I actually did a practice match last night against an American guy. So I ran Gliscor and Primate in the same team, and I boosted off both of them. In fact, I double boosted off the 8 and single boosted off the Gliscor.
Just so wrong.
Yeah, Carl, when we had you in a battle the other day, who got boosts?
Me. I got boosts.
How many boosts did you get?
Did I get back-to-back boosts once?
You got back-to-back boosts and you were like, that's me done for the month now.
Yeah.
I don't get any more now.
That's the thing.
It's only boost in practice.
Yeah, all boosts in practice, and when you need them, they're just nowhere to be found. Yeah.
Unless we've got anything else to talk about on Gliscor, we're going to move on. Are we all right?
Sound.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, so my Pokemon that I picked, also like one of Calum's favourites, has a big nose, but it's not cock-shaped. It's as big as a cock. I've picked Donphan, which is Pokedex number 232. And Donphan, not Dalphan, because, I've had half a glass of gin, so I might as well say things wrong. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm old. I picked this initially. I picked it right at the start because I thought, you know what? I've got a decent one. I want to use something different. I don't want to just be the same meta old person who picks up Machamp or picks Surfetch or something like that. Might live to regret that, but I do intend on running this. It's okay. I'm not going to be overly convincing on this. In the Zero Shields against the entire meta, not just the core meta, it beats 54%. In the 1 Shields, it's beat 69, and in 2 Shields, 62. If you do it against the cores, it's early 40s, 41, 44. Yeah. If you add a counter to that, you're going up to 51% of the meta that you're beating. The advantage with Donphan is Donphan, if I can say it correctly, is its ground typing. It's not as weak as other things, so you're not necessarily just going to get crushed by a fighter straight away. And it beats what it sort of beats and what you'd expect it to beat. So in The one shields, you're looking at beating Probo Vig, beats Calum's Ninetales quite nicely. Polly, Chestnut, was quite surprised it beats Roserade and it beats Surfetched, which I thought was quite reasonable wins. I'm sorry, that was the two shields. In the one shields, Probo Vig, Primeape, Steelix, Bronzong, Galvantula, Beedrill, Polly, and Empoleon. The zeros, for all I said it beats less in the zeros, it's the stuff it retains that it beats is actually really quite good. So again, Galvantula, Polly, Muck, Beedrill, Awak, Vig, Bronzong, Machamp in the zeros, Toxie in the zeros, and if you get sneaking one counter, you're beating a Dragonite as well, which I think is really quite nice for it. So not having that natural fighting weakness, but still having the counters works well for it in that sense. It loses hard to stuff. It really does lose hard to stuff. I know Jamie alluded earlier saying that he doesn't think counter is going to be that big. Was it Jamie or was it Calum who said they don't think counter's
probably.
Counter's going to be that big? Counter's not a shit move. It's probably the third most oppressive move in the game, you know, after Charm and Dragon Breath. Do we have to talk about Razor Leaf? You know, we're having a really good night and then you go and say Razor Leaf. You know, what's that about? Counter is a great move. And when you combat that with a body slam, yeah, it's not a stab body slam, but it's still nicely hitting. It's nicely coming out quite quickly. And it is a stab earthquake. So if you can hit that earthquake, you build up to a couple of body slams, you have that option then of just spamming them out or hitting them with the big nuke, and that nuke will really hurt things. That was my logic behind it. Having researched it more, and for all I said, it beats Surfetched. I think Surfetched might be the smarter option. But that's just because, again, it's Gorgeist. It's a problem for everybody. And unless you're some kind of madman stroke Maverick who's going to run something completely that was Gorgeist, yeah, it's always going to be a problem. So I am going to run it. I think it's nice. I've got ideas how to partner it already. And despite what Calum's saying, I'm thinking maybe actually going double fighter might be the way that I want to go. Double counter. Yeah, that's my pick.
Why not Charm?
Why not Charm?
He's not a degenerate.
I'm just trying to upset you now, but why not Charm?
Because I'd like to actually get off a body slam.
Fair, yeah. Fair.
He enjoys the respect of his peers. I understand that you don't get that, but
I've got to be honest.
Long gone.
Yes, well gone, long gone for me. You know what I mean? I just called it a dolphin at the start of this, so you know. I'm not a fan of Charm. I try not to run it.
On a more serious note, Mud Slap, does that have any play?
Do you know what? I haven't checked. I looked at it purely as a counter user.
There's not enough for Mudslap to be viable here, no?
Let me check against the meta now. I think Cal's right. Yeah, you would get to the body slams quicker, but again, the body slams, because they're not stabbed, they're not doing that much. You're using it really as to hit and run, you know, to try and, or as a baiting tactic, build up to 2, hope your person hasn't been counting well enough, and then
drop an earthquake.
I was thinking throw 2 body slams. You're going to take a shield, because if they've not counted correctly, yeah, you just lose more. With Mud Slap, it just not even, yeah,
pretty horrific.
You look at how badly you're going to get beaten by a Jumpluff, and you think, wow, it's just from getting destroyed there.
I don't think I've seen a battle rating so low as that.
No, I don't think I've ever. Let's just check it with Charm. Yeah, just equally as bad. You never hit a body slam.
No, Charm's awesome. Oh, Ooh, well, at least it has a higher battle rate than 54. We're not going as low as that. But,
We're not going as low as that. Yeah, you actually do hurt the jump up on the way down.
yeah.
You said you'd be running a fighter with it. What else
Yes.
would you be running with it?
I'm going to be running a ghost. I'm going to be running a flyer, and I'm going to be running a steel. And then I'm going to be flexible with my mons. As most of you know, I do about 8 tournaments per month. So
week.
no, per week. Per week. Gets confusing.
How long will it take you to get bored of the attack animation of Donphan?
Never.
That's the real
It's
question.
the best attack animation ever. Honestly, how could you ever get bored of it? It doesn't
Does it do
look
the rollout?
somersault.
Like the rollout
Yeah.
move, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's so off-putting when you're battling against it.
And that's why I think you could lose the count. And that's where I think you could steal shields. And it's tanky enough that it can take quite a few hits. As I said, the stuff it is beating is stuff that you're going to see. And even when it's losing, it's not, unless you're playing against a jump fluff and you're running, mud slap or something, you're not getting absolutely tanked. So it does have its place there. I do think Surf Edge has a massive place here. Surf Edge for Primate, I think having the little bits of coverage that it has, I like Surf Edge more than I like Primate, but Primate with Night/Ice Punk could be a really nice little sort of, because of the coverage that you are going to gain there. So that was my thoughts with running it alongside Surf Edge to get the extra grass coverage, because I am fearing, as everybody should fear, the main cast forms, because they're going to be about, they're going to Chinese water torture, and you're going to need some combat. People are saying, oh, you've got to prepare for Gorgeist, but you should be preparing for cast form as well, because they're going to be there. And I know you say Gorgeist beats the cast form, but that's one man, it ain't going to beat 6, so that's my thinking.
I like it. When we battled the other day, I didn't enjoy facing it at all. It was a pain to deal with, even with Dragonite. It just wasn't fun. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't see too many of them.
A lot of people won't. Yeah, I think a lot of people won't have battled one before. And if they have, it'll be once or twice, so they won't understand what moves it gets, how quick it's going to get at them moves. It might be one of them where, just because it's so off meta generally, it's good because you've understood how it works and you understand where you're getting to via each Pokemon. That people will just be taken back and be like, well, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever battled one in my life, to be honest.
Enjoyed using it. I've enjoyed using it, and sometimes this game is all, as I said, I do a lot of tournaments and it's all encompassing, and you need things that spark joy. I often talk about how I don't like GBL, and when I do GBL, I'll GBL with stuff that I know other people are not going to use, so I use my Pachirisu and things like that, just because I don't care. I've reached enough to get me Elite TM next season. After that, I'm just playing for fun. Do you know what I mean? I'll spark a little joy in Ultra because, again, I'll play with things that other people won't use and I'll have fun with it and not worry about it too much. I tend to take Silph quite seriously. I look at Silph as being the true competition as far as Pokemon Go battling is concerned, and probably too seriously at times. So this is sort of my way of enjoying myself outside of Spice Night, and I think I'll probably use this most of the months. And I'll lose some, but I think people might be quietly surprised by what it actually does and how it catches them off guard. And hopefully nobody watches Matt's program anyway, so I could say what I want. I'm going to use it all the time, tell you exactly the strategy, and no one will know. Maybe.
I play you. Dan, you reveal your strategy now. Go on.
Hang on, let me get a pen quick.
Yeah. Got 2 notepads here ready.
It's all right
only if it
because
was
I'll do really well in the first tournament, and PvP Steve will do a video of me telling everyone exactly what my strategy is, how I play it, and then I'll just do awful the rest of them. So no worries, mate.
Was that Luna? That happened to you in Luna, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Played you in round 1 of Flint, and then next day the video come up of you sweeping that tournament. I was like, that was a bloody good win, that. Yeah.
I watched the video and still lost, so.
Flint's one of them places, mate. It's madness. The Flint madness is just, it's the sheep fury. It's, yeah. For everyone watching, if you've not played in the Flintshire tournament, you should definitely check it out. They always get 7 rounds. It's run by Calum, who's probably one of the best TOs going in the UK. And it is the craziest tournament you have ever been in. Literally, you look at it and you think, what are these people running? And suddenly you lose to it and you're like, hang on a minute, what? Yeah, great tournament, fantastic. And you get a lot of YouTubers, celebrities, everyone. Flint is the capital of Wales as far as I'm concerned. Fuck Cardiff, fuck you all.
I don't even know what to say.
I'll come up the top and show you my Flintshire tattoo now, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Oh my
We're
God.
full grip out there, then.
He's going for chief admin role in Flintshire. That's what Dan's after.
Dan's already got an admin role.
Has he got chief admin role? He's after a promotion.
Yeah, he's admin everywhere else, so why not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it's true. It's true. It's, the best free to, no entry kind of like restrictions or anything like that tournament there is in the UK. So, people should take notice of Flintshire. But we're not talking about Flintshire. We're talking about Donphan. We're talking about the elephant in the room. And yeah, it is what it is. It does what it does. It's a ground type, so it's going to get absolutely slain by Rainy Castform. It's going to not enjoy facing up in Empoleon, although it does beat Empoleon in the 1 shields. It sparks joy, and it's not going to get hurt by an electric type at all. Any more points? So for our last pick, we're going over to Jamie. What I think, actually, and I genuinely think this could be not only the spiciest of chatting shit picks ever, but actually the sleeper of this tournament. I mean, really the sleeper of this tournament. So let's take note of Jamie's pick.
Yeah, my first draft pick is Gliscor. Oh, wait there. No, sorry. My pick is probably the cutest Pokemon in this cup. I thought it was going to be spicier than it actually was till I watched yesterday's episode. But my pick is Smoochum, Pokédex 238. And it's going to be an XL Pokemon again. As for me, you know what I'm like. I like to try something different. Generally be different to everybody else. And I don't think many people are going to run it this month because it needs to be Hundo and it needs to be full XL. But it actually picks up some big wins. And when you're looking at that, you're looking at Superior, Drew's pick of Gliscor, Elvantula, Dragonite, Gergeist, which is pretty big. I hear that's going to be big this month. Picks up some surprise wins in the ones. Picks up Charizard, Donphan, which surprised me. But it loses hard to stuff like Big, Mantine, Skarmory, Talonflame, Steelix, which again I think will be fairly big. But with a powder snow advantage, you can beat Surfer, Beedrill, Electrive, or Electrive, whatever it is. At 2 powder snows, you'll pick up the Mantine, you'll pick up Zangoose. With a shield advantage, so rather your 2s or your 1s, shield advantage, you pick up Bronzong, Vigoroth, Chew, Skarmory. I think it does exactly what it says on the tin. You can run it with Frost Breath or Powder Snow. Anyone running with Frost Breath is a fucking idiot. Because it just needs Powder Snow, Ice Punch, and Psyshock. Because I believe in the ones with a Powder Snow advantage, you can go straight Psyshock and beat really cast form. Which is surprising. So for
Shouldn't
me,
be allowed.
for me, it looks like a really solid pick this month, and I'm hoping by the time tournaments actually start, I've walked it far enough to finish off the XL because I'm fairly close as it is. But yeah, I really like it. You got any questions?
How bulky is Smoochum? Obviously, generally
It's not.
XL.
It's a fucking glass cannon.
Okay, so it's an expensive glass cannon.
It's an expensive glass cannon, but let's play a little game of guess who's got the higher attack stat? Charizard or Smoochum?
Well, you've ruined it, Smoochum. Well, I'm looking at Smoochum now. Smoochum's got 141 attack stat. That's
Yep. Charizard or Smoochum or Vigoroth? Smoochum takes it again. Big one I didn't think. Steelix or Smoochum?
Definitely Smoochum.
yeah, definitely Smoochum.
Oh, yes, Smoochum. Bronzong or Smoochum?
I would still probably go with Smoochum.
Smoochum. Machamp or Smoochum?
Oh, behave. Surely not.
Yep, Smoochum. What I've seen so far is there's 2 mons with a higher attack stat, which is
Jinx.
Surfetch and Zangoose.
And Jinx.
And yeah, obviously Jinx, but Jinx is shit. It's just a knockoff.
Hey, I've got a Legacy Jinx. Pipe
So
down.
have I. Yeah, so have I.
Has it got a higher attack stat than Gengar?
Possibly.
Gengar's
That would be
viable, isn't
clarifying.
it? It's Focus Blast.
Gengar.
That'd just be wrong.
156. So no, Gengar's a good chunk higher.
Yeah.
You can't have a higher attack stat than Gengar. No way. Not for a stupid little thing with a bow in its head.
Yeah, Gengar's even more of a glass cannon though. Because your stamina on Smoochum is far, far superior. Far superior than Gengar.
Like this, Smoochum is good. It does the job it needs you to do. If counter becomes big, it takes care of the counters. It beats the grass. The Gorgeist one really surprised me, and I really like the fact that I can beat that. If somebody's brave enough to run Dragonair, and I've faced one already in practice, and Dragonite, no, not Dragonite, it beats Dragonite. So it looks fairly good. Obviously it loses hard to some things, but you're gonna have 5 months to cover it. So I'd be thinking about something like Castform, Ampharos, Drew's pick Gliscor, Chestnut, Probopass, probably Chew, somewhere in the mix. I think Electric is going to be big. I think that was mentioned previously. Electric will be big this month because there's not much that wants to take any electric moves other than
I think
maybe your
Smoochum,
pick down.
it'd be easy to underestimate if you've seen it on someone 6.
Oh
And
yeah.
by the time you've got round to
Saving the
realising what the hell's going on, it's too late.
Oh, 100%. Like with most of my picks, people think fucking hell, he's trolling. Why is he running Pikachu Libre? And then they just underestimate you. And then by that point, you 2-0 up and you're like, yeah, I'm done now.
Yeah.
I look at this. James has been going on about Smoochum for probably about 3 months. Really, you've been bigging it up and bigging it up and bigging it up. You really, I mean, obviously you had the Hondo, it's a shiny. You were like, yeah, I'm going to use it. And I've not taken it seriously. And I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it because I knew you were picking it for this. So I was like, right. It's brilliant. I mean, in the one shields, you know, I'm looking at it right now and you've got a 49% win rate. And that's over the entire meta. That's not just on the core meta. I know on the core meta it's 20%. But if you look at everything across the board, it's a 49% win rate. That's better than Donphan's got on a win rate. Do you know what I mean? It's straight off the bat, it's better. And the stuff it's beating, as you pointed out quite rightly earlier, it's core meta stuff. I mean, if you're taking it to the 2 shield, suddenly you're flipping Pelipper. Suddenly you're flipping Agrav. How the frick is it beating Agrav? Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't happen. What it does to a Jumpluff is disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's not beat it. Powder Snow is a very nice move. It's super spammy. And again, if you get in 2 Powder Snows, that win rate suddenly shoots up massively. So if someone's switching into...
Isn't out the question.
Yeah, you're blinking an eye and 2 Powder Snows have gone through. So if someone's switching into you, they've got to be careful what they're switching into because you can absolutely run riot on them. Yes, you are a glass cannon. Yes, you're going to get hurt very quickly. But when you're beating Gliscor, Jumpluff, Donphan, D-Knight, Toxicroak, who else have I got on my list? Mantine, Muck, they're all in the zeros that you're beating. You take it into the 1 shields, and shit, you're beating a Machamp. How the frick are you beating a Machamp in a 1 shields? Do you know what I mean? You're an ice type and you are beating the premium fighter type. Number 1 on the list in the rankings, you are beating. So that in it alone has got to be respected in my eyes. In that 1 shield scenarios, you're also beating Dragon Breath Charizard, which is a fire type, and you've got icing in it, you know.
Yeah.
I honestly, hands down, if I had a Hundo Smoochum powered up, I would probably be running it because I actually think this is going to fit a place in the team and you build around it and it's going to be absolutely indestructible. And you're going to have people either focusing on it or completely ignoring it. And either way is dangerous because if you focus on it and Jamie doesn't bring it, then you're completely shot. But if you don't focus on it, it's going to punish you. And how stupid are you going to feel if you get, you know, if you walk your muck out, if you're Matt Brewer and you slap your muck out, that's right, I said slap your muck out, on a Smoochum. And that Smoochum absolutely slaps you all over the place. You're going to feel pretty stupid. So I actually do really respect Smoochum. And I'm laughing as I say it, but it's because I thought it was a meme.
Because it's Smoochum.
Yeah, because it's Smoochum.
Ironically, I buddied mine up today. Didn't know Jamie was obviously doing Smoochum. But I think, Cal, I asked you, didn't I? And you gave me a list of, you know, XL mons to invest in.
Cal basically gave you the Jamie list.
1 minute. Cal, where did you get that list from, mate?
From the gun show.
Oh, so
always from the gun show.
So
that's where I go to for my info, innit? I go to the gun show. It gives me the tips. I build them up.
I haven't got the second Wallaby Hundo, you know, for the Great League Wallaby. So that was off. Drifloon. I don't have a Hundo, couldn't be done. And I think we ran it down and it was Wobbuffet, which I was like, I'll just finish that off on the Johto tour. Hopefully. Yeah. Actually, ironically, had a Hundo Smoochum with the bow. Unfortunately, not shiny for the flex, but yeah, so I'm carrying that little thing around at the moment. Does it have to be best buddy, JD, as well? Sorry.
No, best buddy helps. Mine's not best buddy, but will be best buddy because everybody knows I can't be asked.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't be asked with best buddy. I think I'm on like 4 best buddies since it's dropped.
I'm on 1.
If you have got the level 51, it's handy.
What does it max out at 50? 1460, 17?
1460 at level 51. At level 50, sorry.
So you're looking at what? I'm guessing 70, 75 for the level 51, give or take.
I'm just trying to get it up here now. Just 1 second.
I'm a proper stinge with my dust, so the fact that I'm even doing a Smoochum XL.
Everyone knows what I'm like. I'll build mons that should power up below 1500. I've built XL Growlithe for fun because why not?
Yeah.
I keep saying, and that my thing since probably the beginning of the season is once I turn the game off, it makes no difference what happens. Once the game goes off, it has no bearing on my actual life if I get beat by somebody in GBL because I'm running XL Growlithe.
Yeah. Whereas if that person loses to it, yeah, they go and reevaluate their life.
Well, it was like that with Pikachu. Like I say, I was running Pikachu Libre the end of last season because I'm like that with GBL. Once I get 20.
Lombre, and who else?
Yeah,
Arena.
The gun show's famous line.
Because I'm like that. Once I get level 20, I just don't care enough.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I've got the Elite TM, I've got the Dust. Who cares? And then I'll just tank them because the easiest thing to do is just tank and then build yourself back up and just get more dust. Because it's just more fun that way.
It's a shame that you didn't get earned Stardust for competing in Silph. I think that's the only downer about it. I mean, we'd all love to, say finish on the front page of the UK leaderboards and get 1 million Stardust at the end of the season. That would be tasty.
Eventually, if they ever fix the game, it could get to that point. Probably not.
I believe if you finish on the front page of the UK leaderboard, well, it's certainly in the top 10 of the UK leaderboard, Delian personally comes round to your house and gives you a hand job.
Right, I'm finishing 11th.
I'm finishing fucking 29.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Delian will do that at top 100, to be fair, for free.
So it was front page, he owes me.
And he'll pay you.
Because I don't know if you two guys have looked at Smoochum at all. Have you in this cup or?
I'm currently looking at it on PvP Poker as we talk now.
It's yeah, as I said, it's really kind of nice. I do think it's a one shield mon if you are going to play it. I don't think it's something you want to invest all your shields into. I don't think it's got that functionality. For all I said, you do pick up the A-Grav and the Pelipper, but I hope I don't see too many A-Gravs. I think there's weaknesses there to it, and I hate Pelipper. I just do. I've been haunted by it. It's hurt me so many times. I think the one shield, you only pick up them two when you strip to the two shield. So I think the one shield's where you're going to do the most damage. And yeah, I think Gourgeist is the one. As I said, the recurring theme through all of these chatting shits that they've been so far, and I think there's been 3 at this point, is Gourgeist and how dangerous Gourgeist is. So having something that very easily answers that is going to be clutch, because Gourgeist doesn't beat you at all. So
you're going to have a couple of teams where Gourgeist is the main threat, and having 1 or 2 things, like Drew said, he's got 3 things that is strong against Gourgeist, and he still loses. Having at least 2 things on your team, and one of them being wins no matter what, is a really good position to put yourself in.
So I don't think Smoochum's just a pick for Spice Night. Those who don't know, Spice Night is the tournament that Jamie hosts on the 3rd Thursday of every month, where people are encouraged to bring their most spiciest mons and spiciest teams and battle it out just for fun. Yes, it is a ranked tournament, and we do mock and humiliate anyone who does bring non-spicy Pokemon. Just to clarify, shadows do not classify as spice. If you do want to take part in Handful Spice Night and can't find a link, please leave a comment below, and either myself or Jamie will get back to you and send you over the link and everything. Okay. Might as well advertise, you know what I mean? Matt's never going to have me back on again. You know, he's never going to say, Dan, you just run it, you just run it. No. Cheers.
Cheers, Matt.
So, on that, has anyone got anything more to say about the Guardian Cup?
yes, it's going to be.
Ooh.
Calum?
Yeah, RPS, I think. I'm unfortunately inclined to agree. Getting a tap of the dog.
Jamie?
At least it wasn't me sheep.
Wow. A bit more of a smile on your face if it was your sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 minute I need to compose myself because that was good. I enjoyed that, Calum. Well done. Yeah, again with Drew, I think it's going to be RPS. I think it's going to be one of them months where it starts off with all good intentions, and then everybody's like, "I'm sick of losing. Now I want to win." And then you'll see the same 6 Pokemon every team, but that's just me being pessimistic.
Well,
I'd like to be optimistic and. Go on, Dan.
You're all wrong. You're all wrong. I have faith in humanity. I believe people are going to go out there and they're going to have fun with this cup. I think it's giving you the extension and scope to be able to have fun. Yes, I do think you're going to see a lot of Gorgeist. Okay, fine. But I think the rest of the teams are going to be really fluid. I think people are going to choose to be pro-life and pro-everything and just go out there and go nuts with it and go, sod it, I'm going to run a Smoochum. I don't care what anybody else says.
No, well, I'll run it anyway because that's just what I'll do.
Yeah, but I think other people are going to enjoy this and take the advantage of the fact of we've had a month off and we've all missed it. I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who've already signed up for Flincher, have already signed up for Gym, already signed up for Belters and the tournaments that are out there already, are going to really come together and enjoy this cup and enjoy it for what it is. And so I believe in humanity because I'm a soppy person like that. So I think it's going to be
all
really
that fresh Scottish air has definitely changed you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to run Charm at Dan this month now, just to, you know.
I kid you not, if you run Charm, mate, I will drive to your house and I will hunt you down.
It's about 8 hours from our previous drive, so I know that it's an absolute horrid drive. Let's have a look at Charm. Donphan. Raichu. I've actually been Charm Chewed already this month. I think. Dan, was I talking to you about it?
You were talking to me about it.
I was practice battling and they swapped it into my Rainy, and because, you know, rightly or wrongly, I play with my sound on and my music, I actually I shielded something.
You threw a weather ball at it and you heard the charm animation.
The charm animation came through, but what it was, the actual animation didn't come through, only the sound came through. And because I love charm, I know that sound anywhere. And what I had in the back...
text tone, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But I had Primeape in the back. So if I would have kind of insta-swapped my Rainy out of that matchup, thinking it was, say, Volt Switch or whatever fast music can learn, I would have actually probably lost that match by swapping my Primeape into it. So I think, you know, there's one advantage of playing with music. Might drive your missus or your other half mental, but sod 'em. Play with your music. You don't get done over by Charm Chews. But there is some charmers about. Meowstick.
Meowstick.
You know,
Go on, keep going. Keep going, Drew. Keep going. One more.
Chinchino.
Keep going.
Gothitelle. I know which one you're after.
Come on.
There's Gallade.
Keep
But
going.
I'm saving the best one for last for you, Jamie.
Oh,
Delcatty XL.
No, keep going.
That's all I've got on my list.
Pikachu Libre.
Well,
Jesus
Pikachu
Christ.
Libre. Yeah, but if you're going to run...
I looked at it, it wins Jack All. Don't run Pikachu Libre with Charm. It literally wins Jack All. It beats the fighters, it beats the dragons, and it loses hard to everything else.
Does it beat the fighters though? Does it beat the dragons? Does it?
Does.
Because Pikachu Libre is...
Okay. Drew, you've got it up. It beats Dragonite. It beats Machamp. It beats
Let me.
Primate.
Libre's not coming up in the rankings for Guardian.
It doesn't come up.
It doesn't
but
come up in the
eligible.
Guardian rankings,
Because
but
it's
I
that spicy.
searched it before.
Oh, I'm a bit of a PvP new right now to do all that kind of shenanigans. But yeah, I can imagine it will do.
Right, let's see.
Just because it's charm.
Right, so one shield. Pikachu Libre beats 15% of the meta.
Oh, God.
And what does it beat? Why am I going on a sim for Pango?
You know Brew's gonna hit us. This is gonna be like
It beats Absol, beats Honchkrow, beats Farfetch'd, beats Shiftry. Who else? Which is completely useless. It beats Greninja.
It beats all of the dark types that are weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's a theme here.
It beats that
doesn't come
really
below and beat you?
disgusting, rubbish, the cat thing, the fighting one that's rubbish. I don't even know its name. But
Minfino.
Minfino beats that.
Oh, that thing.
Beats Glade. Beats Hitmonlee. Does beat Dragonite. Actually, it does beat Machamp and it does beat Primeape. Beats Garchomp. But it loses to Infernape.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that says it. Yeah, that says it all.
Loses to Infernape. So there we go. Beats Heracross. Wow. I thought the Rock Blast would have got that. But yeah, Charm's a bag of shit.
Right, okay.
That's what I'm taking it off on that.
Wow.
If we haven't got any more to say on the Guardian Cup, I genuinely do hope you all enjoy it. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's been really fun having you.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers for having us, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Right, I'll see you later.
See you later.